Right then, so here we are back in the shed. The pickguard is inside, but there was one thing that I noticed after I got it all in place that I kind of got wrong. Okay, so I went through, did all the holes on the pickguard, which, as you can see, they're all there. Now, when it came to actually doing this one, I got it wrong. And I didn't realise it. Now, I had everything where it should be. Now, I drew around the actual pickguard itself to kind of give me a sense, make sure I was, yeah. So it's probably going to be hard for you guys to pick this up, but you might be able to see that that one, right there, goes through right into the cavity. That's something that I messed up. So what I did, I've just got a piece of the older, and I've shaped it kind of go into a little corner piece. And that little dot on there is where the screw hole is going to come through. So basically I'm going to glue it into this corner here, and then I can get on with the rest of the shaping. So I'll bring you in closer, get this glued on. So it's going to be a little bit lower, but obviously the pickguard material itself is quite thin, and I'm going to be adding a countersink to it, so it'll all be fine. Right, there we go. Okay, so now that's in place, we can get on to doing all the shaping, but first we're going to address this nastiness right here. Now, for those of you who have followed the series, you will already notice that this is already different and already slightly cleaned up in comparison to where it was. The reason for this is I needed to figure out the best possible way to fix it, and after a bit of testing I found that my Shinto Rasp is definitely the best way to go. I don't want to use the router on it because I just have that bad feeling that it's going to try and rip chunks out again, and there's already way too much stuff that I need to fix here, so yeah. That is the plan. I'm going to Shinto Rasp all this nastiness out, and then we can get on to the actual beveling, which you might be able to see some of my lines that I've drawn on. But for now, use my Shinto Rasp to get this all cleaned up, and then we can move on to the actual beveling. get the contouring done. I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but I want to address this thing first. So, you can see where I've drawn on an idea of what I want to do, but the actual screw holes, they only contact the smallest bit. The amount that's been taken out here is where the neck comes off, so you know, there's not really much play at the minute. Like, the neck's solid, but I just want a bit more contact than that. So before I take this away, I'm going to drill these ferrule holes. So I'm going to get that done first, then I can get on to the rest of the shaping, and then we'll talk about the rest of it after I've done all that. Okay, so it may have seemed pointless to drill those holes, considering I'm now starting to remove material from that area. I needed to gauge how far down I could go with this section, including the new depth of the ferrule recess. So that's why I decided to do it this way, and also it helped me line them up a lot better. Now, after I've done all this, I will be going back through, re-drilling them the exact same as I had it before, so that they're nice and flush with the back of the guitar. Alright then, so that is all the shaping done. Did cut the footage off because the screws started to strip. Now luckily, I have some spares. Turns out I just didn't pre-drill them enough into the neck, which is why I was having issues. All sorted, but you've not seen in this video because that will come into my socials, so you can see how I fixed it. But now it is time for the most tedious, but most important task of all. It's the sanding. Now, there are a few bits I want to look at, like I've got a lot of gaps and stuff to fill, so I want to get it all sanded first, just to see if any more of those appear, and if they do, I can fill them with some wood glue, some sawdust, and then sand them back again. I'm not going to bore you with all of the sanding, so looks like it's time for a little bit of a montage. Because even Rocky had a montage. There we go. It's all sanded up to 320. Not going to touch it because I'm very sweaty right now. It's really warm. There are some areas where I've still got my little knots and stuff, and obviously some other bits have come exposed because I've raised the grain. And one thing I didn't do on my build last year and the Zelda build, I didn't fill the grain. So I'm going to get some sanding sealer and I'm going to fill that. But leaving this video where it is for now, because this was all I wanted to do. I wanted to get the shaping, the contouring and everything done. The back of the neck here, I want Crich to come around and just feel it and see if he can reach the 24th alright. I can, but obviously it's not my guitar. So, for now, everything is going to be going onto my socials, so how it fits the neck screws, a couple of the little montages of me sanding, so you've got the in-between bits. So they're all linked down in the description below. Also in there is a link to my profile on the Great Guitar Builder website. So this helps you see the process. So if you don't want to watch all my videos, you can see all the photos of everything I've done. But the main thing for this is to help me raise money for Crimson Guitar School of Luther Scholarship, Jesse's Fund. And also while you're there, please check out all the other builders. There's some awesome stuff that people are making, not just in the kit category, but scraps, the free. They're making some awesome stuff, and this inspires me to get this guitar to where it should be, because seeing what those guys can produce, I think to myself, alright, I need to step this up. So, thank you guys for making such awesome guitars. Now, you'd naturally think the next step would be to start on the staining. Now, there's one little thing that I have left to do. We need to extend this bad boy to accept my headstock veneer, so I suppose I best get working on those excess pieces, aren't I?